once again. Welcome to the bonus. My name is Av. I got my man Luck here with me, and of course Vic on the ones and twos. And it's the hoop show for hoop heads, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about some hoops. But we got some unfinished business to discuss. Yeah. Let them know, Vic. Let them know what's going on.
So I was talking with the fellas, and we got on a heater about how close the voting was for the best power forwards of all time. And hey, Sean, what's going on? What's going on, brother, man?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man. We got a little beef about Tim Duncan not being a true power forward, being more of a center. And I got beef with that, man, because how he was, in my opinion, how he was introduced to the league was as a power forward. You know, he had David Robinson with him. He had, Pop was using him the way he was using him.
What up, Don?
What's up, Don?
Fellas? And
to
me, he was the most, and of course, that's why they call him a big fundamental. I call him Timmy two-step because nobody could defeat his two-step on the block. You know what I mean?
It was bad. Yeah.
Bad man Majama. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Timmy. You know what I'm saying? The Caribbean sensation. Don't like the way I usually don't disagree with my cats, but my cats had smoke for me about how Timmy is a true center and not a power forward.
Like I said last week, that man played 60-something% of his NBA career at center. It's noted. That's all I got to say. He's a power forward. He's a center hiding out at power forward. That's all that's about. All right. So he maximized his abilities and his reputation, but he's not a true power forward. He was a center throughout high school, throughout college. And you know what? When David got old and had to retire, Tim Duncan was predominantly the center of the San Antonio Spurs, the big fundamental.
Yeah.
Peace, Don. What's going on, man? Welcome to In the Bonus again. Appreciate
What's going on, brothers?
All right.
Yeah, man. Av, what you think, man? We trying to clear up a little smoke about Timmy Two-Step, whether he was a true power forward or a true center. And I'm saying your introduction to the league says it all about how you're going to perform and your form, your logistics, and how you're going to manage your career.
I mean, they were referred to just the way Samson and Elijah were referred to. They were referred to as twin towers.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That in itself suggests that, you got two big ass dudes down there. And I may not feel about it as strongly as Luck, you know what I'm saying? But Tim Duncan, among a bunch of other guys that we was talking about that as all-time greats at power forward, was kind of a center. And I think that the case for a lot of those guys is that, I think I stated this before too, was that dudes didn't want to, you didn't want to put your best offensive player to guard Shaq, bro. You didn't want to do that because you threw these dudes at power forward. You know what I mean?
Here's my beef. Maybe Don can clear some of this up for us. You had a league full of dudes who was quasi position players.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Barkley, Larry Johnson, Magic Johnson, Penny Hardaway. So how you gonna really make the claim that? And did you see the man when he first came to the NBA? He looked like a coat hanger.
I mean,
he wasn't going to bang with
them guys. Yeah.
Was he really going to bang with Shaq?
No.
Was any of them dudes going to bang with Shaq? Though?
But that was the issue though. Like AV said though, at that point in time, you had Olajuwon, you had Patrick Ewing, you had David Robinson, and then you look at Shaq. He was the most powerful center, strong-wise, at his position. So was anybody going to guard Shaq at that time? I mean, nobody. Like I said last week, Shaq said the craziest thing was, and I thought he would have said Olajuwon, but he said Patrick Ewing gave him the most problems.
Yeah. He did.
I was shocked to hear that.
And to solidify that point, look,
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Wan at 6'10".
Right. He a lot of people didn't know that.
Now he was a true power forward, playing the center position.
Playing center.
Couldn't nobody see that man. Nobody could see that man, but he wasn't a true center.
Hold on. Are we sure that man was truly 6'10"? Because as we learn now that they draft these players and give them a sexy height, like Bill Walton. They were saying he was 6'11" for so long. The man was truly 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall.
It just made it sound better that he could play center at a shorter height and match up with Kareem. You know what I'm saying? So, in his prime, of course, before he got hurt. But they did this with a lot of ball players. Charles Barkley was 6'8" when he first came to the NBA. Then he was 6'6", and then he became 6'4".
Yeah, well, that's for the Hype magazine, man. That's for the publishing. That's for the business ball, right, Sean?
That's business ball.
Yeah. I think to me, honestly, I think with Barkley, like you said, look, I think I would give him a true 6'5", but they also said the same thing about LJ too. The LJ, they were saying that he was at one point, they were saying he was 6'6", 6'7". LJ was only 6'5", but he was strong as hell.
Right. Flying in the air.
Crazy.
He was on a hang glider.
But what I mean,
because if you look at Larry Johnson and Plastic Man, my man Stacey Altman was a true 6'8".
He was.
You brought up Stacey Augman, man.
Yeah.
That's what's great
You're
mention.
right about that. You're right about
that. But I mean,
it's
not even a lot of times positionally, it's not even necessarily about your height, but about your playing style. Like if you look at Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is what, 6'9"?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
I dare anybody to tell me that he's anything but a center. You know what I'm saying? Just the way
because he gonna argue with you. Yeah, I'm the center. I mean, for real though. Even though in college he played power forward in college.
Yeah.
Too. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because they had somebody that was better.
Yeah.
With the pivot, they had more pivot. I forget the guy's name, but he had more pivot than he did at the time. He just raw.
Yeah.
You know, like LaFonso Ellis.
Hey, you know what's crazy, guys? I'm gonna bring up a name, and you guys all hoop heads like me. And he had more talent than Shaq, but obviously his career didn't go the way it should have been. And that was my man Stanley Roberts when he was with Shaq at LSU.
Oh yeah, he was killing them.
Yeah.
Shaq said he was killing them. Everybody said he was killing them.
He was a problem. He was a problem. He was a problem.
Yeah.
His career didn't last long, for whatever reason, injuries or whatever. But I felt had he had that stability career-wise, I think he would have went down as one of the best centers ever.
Me too. I agree with you because that guy had some unique offensive skills. He could have handled the ball, and he had like this physical style of movement that he had too. He had a beautiful game to watch. He was entertaining.
Yeah.
And powerful in his own right.
He just came along at a time where Shaquille Bartholomew O'Neal was in his way. That ain't
but see, the thing about that was I think that was one of those things that the NBA, like how the NBA did Shamgod when they put him out there with Rod Strickland, and then they gave Stephon Marbury the easy job. You know what I'm saying? Because come on, Shaq knew that Stanley Roberts was better, but then since he had the little clout, everybody want to watch Shaq. He didn't give him a chance to play, and plus Stanley Roberts wasn't a professional either. He was a hood dude, just like they say, a hood figure. You know what I'm saying? So the same, but the same thing happened with Rod. The same thing happened with Nick Young and all those other swaggy players from the 2000s. They was like, look, man, we told y'all we was coming when y'all said we wasn't. We here, we busting these cats. We don't care about nothing else. Just pay us and we're going to play.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. Hey, for Don's comment and Sean's comment, we're going to give them the fire.
Yes. Bum, bum.
Fire
Yes,
comments.
Yes,
fire comments, my G's. Fire comments.
Yes, I am.
Let's get ready to move on, man. Let's get ready to move on to Hoop Streets.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. So Hoop Streets, man, because ball is life. So this is where life and liberty and love, peace and happiness meet hoops. And we got a lot going on in the Hoop Streets this week, man. We gonna start it off with this one, man. The wildest way to make it into the NBA. Which I think is while I'm loading up this clip, which I think is the wildest way to make it into the NBA. Which I think.
John Starks. He went from packing bags at a grocery store and playing in, what was that league back in the day, Sean? The CBA?
Yeah, the
CBA.
He was packing bags. I think he was making more money packing bags. And he made it to the Knicks tryout, and I think that's the wildest way.
Yeah.
Well, let's check this clip out because this brother, and this was on World Star, so shout out to them. Go to them, give them a like, give them a shout out. They got some hoop clips on there that's kind of crazy. And this one is called the craziest shots ever. Check this clip out in the bonus. Hoop Streets.
I understand it now. Fuck it. I understand it now.
Okay.
I understand it now. Just leave me alone in the comments. Hey! I understand it now.
Wow.
Yo, he's about that life.
Mad again. Y'all done made mad again. They got me.
Ball is life.
Here it is.
Whoa. No way. I like that one. Yo. What's wrong with this? Wow.
What am I about to do with this?
Say word. Wow. Wow.
Your thoughts, man. The craziest way to make it into the league. Don, what you thinking when you watch that clip, man?
He's nuts. Because first of all, the only one I wouldn't attempt was the one with the spikes. I don't know about all that, man, because if he's trying to go up for a rebound, I think he will more or less end up in the ER somewhere. I don't know about all that, man.
Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all go on World Star and watch that video before they take it down, man, because they saying it's against guidelines. It's not promoting safety. It's not promoting safety. You know.
Oh man, they need to toughen up. You know, if somebody else came up with that idea and had put it in a movie or whatever, some comedy movie, they wouldn't have been talking like that. Out of here with that.
All right, man, we're gonna keep it rolling, man. Silent Night Hoops. Anybody heard of a D3 school called Taylor University?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I say something about that guy right there? You know, that guy really played college basketball. He was supposed to got drafted.
Oh.
That's
he was that dude.
Yeah, I don't know his real name, but his social media joint is Lethal Shooter, and he's a trainer. He's a trainer now for shooting.
Nice.
Yeah, he's nice. So he can shoot, bro.
Nice. Fire. Well, let's move on. In Hoop Streets, right? Because ball is life. Let's move on to another cultural item that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Taylor University. And what's interesting about Taylor is they was such a perennial bad team that if they scored 10 points, they had this ritual on Christmas. And we're gonna see what happened.
Wait. You said 10 points?
10 points. Once they score, they so bad. If they score 10 points, something about to jump off. All right, so we gonna talk about it. So that's them right there. And anybody know anything about Taylor?
Yeah. I know they did bad school.
That's all we need to know.
But they're good with the academics, though. No.
Okay. All right, so here we go. They call it the Silent Night game, and it's played on Christmas. And they do certain things with their student body that are kind of unusual. So let's check this out. Hoop Streets.
Yo. Making my screen bigger to see this. This is nuts.
Unbelievable.
10 points, y'all. 10 points is all it takes.
You swear they won the NCAA championship.
I know, right? What's your thoughts, man?
White people amaze me every day, bro. That's my thoughts. That's crazy. Hey, I could have been Jordan over there, bro. Damn.
One thing I gotta say is I like the fact they had the minion on the court. Somebody dressed like a minion on the court, so I'm like, kind of stood out there.
Yeah. So they so bad. They perennially so bad that they let the students dress up. They dress up in costumes. You know, in another clip that was longer, and I didn't want to get like a copyright joint because it was from a news station. There's one dude dressed up like the Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown. And they wild out. It's like they halftime just for scoring 10 points.
You gotta be kidding me.
Out. Sean, man, what are you thinking about Taylor University and wilding out over 10 points, man?
10 points.
Unbelievable.
10 points.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Unbelievable. If we would have done that, they'd have stopped the game. They'd say, look, game canceled.
Word.
Right.
Ball is life.
Gave you with the quickness.
Yeah. They didn't like get everybody out. The game is canceled.
Right.
We don't care if you up 10 points. Done. Forfeit.
like I'm gonna give y'all a great comment from the great Fred Sanford. It was an episode where Lamont was in court for a traffic ticket, and Fred went up to the judge, and then he went to the cop and said, "Wait a minute, you don't see all these niggas in here?" Like, that would have been a serious situation right now where the police would have been all up in there, man.
Yeah. They'd have been cuffing people. You're under arrest.
Like you said, you got enough niggas in here to make a Tarzan movie.
Yeah. That's what I thought you was going to say. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
That was funny.
That would have been crazy right there, man. I like you said, Sean, it would definitely, the po-po definitely would have been in the building.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
no
man.
lie.
We gonna
Nassau County cops would have got us, not Hempstead. They'd have been down with it because half of Hempstead cops is Hempstead alumni. So you already know. No doubt. But it had been them boys, you know.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna keep going on Hoop Streets, man. So we are in the era of the young ladies hooping and getting a lot of attention. Angel Reese, Flage, Caitlin Clark, all the rest of it. Stay tuned for In the Bonus, bringing you more WNBA hoops, more mentions, more things like that going on. But we got something really interesting. And ladies, don't hate me. This is what y'all doing. They got a women's league where they doing some real interesting stuff. I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's in Charlotte. I've been there. Oh yeah.
Let's get ready to you ain't hey Sean, you ain't put down no $50 bills, did you?
No, but I know a lot of people who had. It was nothing but hustlers and like that's yo, bro. That's culture now.
Don't say no more, man. Let's get to it. Twerk hoops in the bonus. Hoops.
Yeah.
Real life situation.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ain't bust them open with the roll, did you, Sean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh hey.
Make it rain, Sean.
Huh? Man, I've watched it. No, yo, people coming there with the money guns. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Comments. Yeah, hold on. We got comments. Oh, okay. We just got laughter. Nice.
Chevy laughing. Oh yeah, it's going to happen this year too.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. It's going down.
That's a real life situation.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Nah,
No.
Yeah, I said that's a real life situation.
Av is like, what side of the game is that?
Hey. That's good, man.
Yes,
oh my God. Hey.
So as we proceed, man, like the Roots, as we proceed, we're gonna get into some more stuff that's going on in the culture of hoop and more rumor mill type of stuff. Let's get into this JJ Redick and Charles Barkley situation. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get on the job real quick. Hold on. Bomb. He says something about where the reason. Okay, this Sir Charles. He says something about where the reasons people ain't watching this crappy product we got. I said, us? Like we out there jacking up 100 three-pointers a night. You're just a dead man walking. Charles Barkley on JJ Redick. Criticism. Boom. JJ Redick. I didn't make it all the way through the clip. Literally don't care. Talking about Charles' comments on him, right? So then, boom. Pull up. Well, let me get my finger. Bam. Okay, so now I'm seeing comments here. Let's see. Lakers coach JJ Redick said he was unfazed by TNT analyst Charles Barkley's criticism of the Lakers coach when asked about it on Friday. And then in quote, I read a random text from somebody after the game, Redick said. I went to look at my phone and it says something about Charles Barkley. And I'm like, huh? I don't make it all the way through the clip. I gotta be honest with you. So on Thursday, Barkley took a chance to respond to Redick's recent criticism of how national media covers the NBA. And yep, that's that.
Fellas, what we thinking?
I saw the clip, but I'm gonna reserve mine for last.
I didn't see the clip with JJ Redick, but I did see what Barkley was talking about because I think Shaq and them were making a joke about it. I don't know. I didn't think JJ Redick should have been the coach of the Lakers anyway, but we already know how that went down. LeBron having his input, which he's about to kick the can soon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's going to make a difference for them. I think they need a tougher coach in there. And I don't know, honestly, who they can go get at this point that's available. I would have personally liked to see somebody like Sam Cassell get a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think this man is long overdue.
You go ahead.
I truly think he's long overdue in the game as far as getting a shot. I'm tired of seeing him being assistant coach. And it's like nobody's really seeing, like, even with Missoula. If you look at that, how that team was built, even before Missoula took over, Sam Cassell at every point was always giving his praise somewhere, whether it was in practice, whether it was during the game, something that he implemented, and then it's his leadership. I mean, he showed it as a rookie with the Houston Rockets. His leadership was already instilled in him from day one. So why this man ain't got a shot? I don't understand it.
I think a lot of that is politics. We already know it, you know what I'm saying, with the coaching hires. That reminds me of another dude that I think should have been decades ago, maybe even had a shot, and that's Patrick Ewing. And he proved his coaching chops long ago. Remember when Dwight Howard was killing the league and was dominating? You know who was over there as an assistant coach and was handling Dwight Howard one-on-one? It was Patrick Ewing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of dudes, man. I think in Pat's case too, it's also that there's kind of like a bias against big men being head coaches as opposed to point guards. They seem to prefer to have point guards or guards in general as head coaches. You know what I mean? But
my thing is, AV, if you can have Rudy Tomjanovich be an alcoholic while he coaching.
Oh no, I agree.
Anybody could be coaching right now. Like it like you said, but it's the politics. It's the politics. Yeah.
Like I think right now, you know what I mean? It'd be wise for almost any team, and then we're gonna segue into that later, but it'd be wise for whoever to snatch up Mike Brown. You know what I mean? He got fired from this dude who won Coach of the Year last season. You know
that's
what I mean?
Crazy.
The first unanimous Coach of the Year.
Hey man, good segue, bro. Let's get right into that, man. Streets. Mike Brown.
Wow. Yeah,
the only unanimous coach of the year in NBA history.
And that was last year, right?
Yeah. He took the Kings, we all know they previously were a much less than average NBA team, hadn't been in the playoffs in mad long.
Yeah.
And, he had them lighting the beam. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was excited about their incredible offense. And I think they got up to third seed, I want to say, in the West.
Mm-hmm. Made
the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And it was the upstart Kings going up against Golden State. And Golden State sneaked by and won the series. But he took it from the basement to the, you know what I'm saying, to the second floor. You know what I mean? Right. And now they're on a losing streak. You know what I'm saying? He pulls Fox aside, has some words with him. Next thing you know, the man is fired. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. So Sean, in the pantheon of business ball, how do you read this one?
They don't need another hero. They don't need another Phil Jackson. All of those guys are understudies of Phil Jackson. You understand? They don't want that no more, and especially none of us. Hell, we were lucky to get a black coach to win in football. You dig it? Then they don't want no more Lenny Wilkinses. They don't want none of that no more.
They don't want no more Casey Jones. They don't want no more Casey Jones.
They don't want no more Casey Jones. They don't want nobody that'll slap the hell out of them players. They don't listen. They won't even get Kenyon Martin in there because they already know what he gonna do. Look, man, I'll smack the shit out you. You better play. They don't want no. They soft.
Hey,
everybody's soft. LeBron is the commissioner. He just ain't got the suit on yet.
Interesting.
That's why when Don said he on his way out, that's where he's going. He drafted his son. JJ Redick is his homeboy. If he could have it his way, he would have had JJ Redick in a uniform. Baby boy, it's over.
So let me ask y'all a question, man. I asked Av this the other day. We was planning on the show, and I said, "Do you think that the Don?" I'll ask you the question, and everybody else at home, please contribute. You can throw it in the comments if you like. Do you think the Sacramento Kings are the New York Jets of the NBA?
Damn.
Yo, Vic, that's a intriguing question because I think they have, to me, honestly, I might get bashed for it. I might not, but I think they exhaust their potential already, and I think changes need to be made. I don't think it was Mike Brown. First of all, you have De'Aaron Fox. I mean, if your best player tells you at the beginning of the season he's not signing for the 200 and something million that y'all offer, almost 300 something million, that should have told ownership already that the man is not staying. He's not staying. I don't even think if y'all offer him 300 million right now, he's not staying. So with that being said, y'all should have made some type of intricate plan B to possibly trade him. Like I feel like Pat Riley should be doing right now, because that man ain't coming back. He's already said it in public. He said it on social media. Jimmy Butler's not coming back. So what do y'all do now? What do you do? Because if you lose him, Pat Riley, you're getting nothing back, my man. You're not getting nothing back. And honestly, if you look at the league, even at this man at 30-something years old, give me 30 players that's better than Jimmy Butler right now.
Young or old.
It don't even matter. Give me 25 players that's better than Jimmy Butler right now.
Can't.
And that's my thing, Pat Riley. But you're so stubborn because you from that old school mentality. Like, you're the player, I'm the boss. Get your ass on the court.
Yep.
Shut up,
man. It don't work like that no more, man. And we already know what kind of bullheaded player Jimmy Butler is. He's not looking at. He's like, yo, F you, man. F you as an owner. I don't give a damn. That's why y'all suspended me.
So, Av, Av and Sean, where should have Mike Brown been coaching at? And I understand you got to take your opportunities where you get them, but what would have been a better ball club for him to, with his style and his, his knowledge of the game? Where do you think he would have been a better fit at?
I would have liked to see him with the Detroit Pistons.
That's a good call. And they're rolling right now too. But that's a good call.
I like that point guard they got. He's good. That point guard, that young dude.
Oh, yeah. Cunningham is about to be the next superstar in the league.
Yeah, he's nice.
But Mike Brown, man, he's a good coach, bro. He came from the tree. He, like you said, he came from the Phil Jackson tree via Steve Kerr, via whatever. By Steve Kerr, you know what I'm saying? He was assistant coach when Golden State was winning all them championships. He done coached everybody. Every stop he's been at, he been good. You know what I'm saying? It's sad though that it's the Kings, bro. They historically do stupid shit. Pardon the
that's true.
That's cool. Ball is life. That's cool. You're right. You're known for it.
I think he should go and beat on Damian Lillard so the Bucks could win another championship. Because it's out in the open now. Jimmy Butler gone. Yeah, what's the name of them is all right, but they still suckers too. Just Boston Celtics. You know. The only one playing is the swaggy nerd, which is Brown. Because he is a nerd. He does seminars at Harvard. You know what I'm saying? About business. Like you doing stuff. These other cats, give me a shooty. All right, go ahead, fam. We don't even want that.
All right, man. Y'all already preempted it. Let's get into it. The Jimmy Butler saga. Hoop Streets. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's a little vid. Check this out. Bleacher Report. Go give them a like, share, and subscribe.
Take it up then. Jimmy Butler is out of Miami. This right here will go down in the Trade My Ass Hall of Fame. After a game where you purposely played like shit, the first thing that you say is that you lost your joy for the game of basketball? Cool. Bro said I might get that joy back, but it won't be in Miami. Gotta clap it up for you, Butler. This is up there with the hard and fat suit. You definitely getting traded. And I love it, bro. Do not let these owners get their way. This is your career. You dictate where you want to play. Unless your name is Kevin Wayne Durant. Fuck you, buddy. Being a -27 with only 6 shots attempted, you definitely out of there. I'm not sure where Jimmy Butler goes, but I got a good feeling it's not going to be this team. Number 1 landing spot off the top of my head, this would work. Number 2, Towns and Wiggins, they not there anymore. Number 3, my dark horse team. This could also work. Of course, you got the Warriors and Rockets. Listen, I'm sure a lot of teams in the NBA, they gonna make some packages. Wherever Jimmy Butler goes, all I gotta hope is that it leads to the destruction of the Boston Celtics. Last but not least, Shams, it's the goddamn GOAT.
He hates the Celtics, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the 80s Celtics.
Yeah. I mean, it's an ill situation because it's like, I mean, we got to keep in mind, this is Pat Riley, bro. This is the dude that let Dwayne Wade go.
Right.
He didn't want to give Dwayne Wade his money, and Dwayne Wade got a statue outside the building now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Jimmy don't got no chips. He put the work in, got busy. He got to the finals, but he ain't got no chips. You know what I mean?
They made it there twice, right?
For the finals, they made it the one time in the bubble, and then they made I believe the conference finals.
They made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Oh. So they made the finals and then the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. I mean, and at the same time, if you look at Jimmy, every team that he left, it was an issue. It was a similar situation. Every team.
Soap opera. Every time.
Like you said, these dudes ain't going. Neither one going back down. You know what I mean? So Jimmy's gone. But it's interesting because there's not that many places he could go.
Nah.
Because
he can always go to the big 3. Retire and go to the big 3.
True. But like he can't. People is talking about the Lakers. He can't go there because of the money. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix, he can't because of the money. Because if they do, they probably got to trade Beal. And Beal has a no trade clause. Got one of the worst in the league. Phoenix. The Knicks he can't do because you can't, you know what I mean? You would have to trade somebody that we just traded for, which you can't do.
Right.
So it's like a lot of these places, people are like, you know what I'm saying, having ideas of where he could go to, whatever, but he's kind of limited. Like the Rockets, he could go to, but I don't know if it makes sense because like I feel like they would do better if they got like Zach LaVine to fit them because they already got the defense. The defense is on lock. They need somebody that's a bucket getter. More so than now Butler is nice, but I would say offensively LaVine is better.
Oh, better, yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Denver would be crazy. That would be crazy. That might bring the Nuggets back. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Mm-hmm. What y'all think?
I think you're dead on. I don't have any other ideas outside of that.
I'm gonna throw an outside team out the box. I think they have the assets, and moving forward, I think they still gonna have the assets future wise. I don't know if they would do it though. I would think he would fit in with my man in Oklahoma.
Oh
yeah. But would they do it? You're right. Would they do it though?
And that's the thing, because now you're talking about Pat Riley trying to get Jalen Williams. I'm not trading him. You talking, and I watched them today against the Celtics, and they beat the Celtics. And I'm looking at that damn team, and I've said they missing that veteran leadership right now because you got the young kids, Wiggins, you got the Williams kids, you got SGA. To me, I don't know why this kid ain't won the MVP, but he damn sure better win it this year. And I'm like looking at the team, I'm like they just missing that one leadership piece that I think that actually take them over the hump.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know if Jimmy could play that pace of ball though that they play. They play pretty fast pace over there, if I'm correct.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna bug you out, Luck, right now. What people don't realize about Jimmy Butler, I think that goes under the radar is one of his talents. He's actually a good passer. Actually, he actually can play the point. And I think if you actually have somebody that can do that, GH, if you put him at the off guard position for Oklahoma, who the hell's gonna stop him?
He's already off guard, right? Off point guard.
Exactly. Now you're talking about him just playing, because to me, that's his permanent position. But like you said, he's so versatile that he could do everything. Like I said, I watched the game today, and I'm saying like this dude does everything on the court. He blocked Jason Tatum's shot today, and I don't know how the hell he did it. And I'm like, yo, this dude does everything.
Wow. No, he's a two-way player. He gets blocks. As a guard, he gets a lot of blocks.
He can play.
What's crazy about OKC? They don't even got their second best player back yet. Holmgren is still hurt.
And that makes them wait. And that's why I said I don't think Oklahoma would do it because we all know Pat Riley gonna try to get whatever he can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But see, he would have to get waived all the way. See, Jimmy Butler's a smart person too. So if he sees what we see and they put him on the point guard, give him the Jalen Rose role and let that boy play pure two guard. Oh boy. I think we're gonna have a championship out of the woodworks, right out of the cornfield, Oklahoma City.
All right, man. Let's get out of this segment. Can't shoot. Better learn how to read. It's mathematics.
Oh boy.
Shout out Mos Def.
Yeah, man. So, Av, you want to bring us into our Knicks talk real quick?
Oh yeah. I wanted to touch on the magnificent and wonderful New York Knickerbockers. You know what I'm saying? Recently, let me pull my info up. But recently, they were on a run up until they faced a particular team. But I want to talk about that run. I want to talk about how well the Knicks have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in the last 10 games, the Knicks are 8-2. All right, starting with they smashed Minnesota, starting with that, but then they played New Orleans, they played Toronto, not the greatest of teams. They had a great Christmas game against the Spurs, where Wemby went off and Mikal Bridges kind of broke the ice on the season and got busy, and the Knicks had a great win that game. Then they played a very injured Orlando, smashed them. They beat the Wizards twice. They played Utah, beat them. And then we had the OKC game the other night. In my opinion, was the best game of the season up to this point. I am a little bit biased because I'm a Knicks fan. But, at one point in the game, the Knicks were up by about 14. And in my opinion, again, just my opinion, right now, I feel like OKC is the best team in the league. The intensity of the game was kind of like a I wouldn't say a game 7, but like I was telling my fellas earlier, it kind of felt like a game 5 of a playoff series. You know what I mean? Pivotal, but not end all be all. And they was going at it. You know what I mean? They was going back and forth, getting buckets. There was a little Brunson SGA moment when they was going back and forth. Towns was getting busy. And even though they lost, I feel like it was a good measuring bar for where the Knicks are at in comparison to the league. And then they lost the game last night against Chicago.
Chevy, that was Chevy. Chevy reminding you.
Yeah,
she's like,
she
okay now.
But I look at that, like you don't win every game. It was the second game of a back-to-back. You're playing in Chicago. Chicago was fired up because that's when they did they announced the retirement of Derrick Rose's jersey. Which was a dope ceremony. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I gotta spin the block on that one.
You gotta. If you haven't seen it, you definitely gotta check it. But
check it.
Yeah, you got a long halftime. The Knicks were up, but it was a long halftime for the ceremony. You come back and I don't know. I felt like the energy was just like for Chicago. They, I felt like they wanted to win it for Rose, and they did. But
nice.
Yeah, but that game against OKC, I think, was like a good measuring stick for like where the Knicks are at right now in comparison to the rest of the league. And it's like I look at OKC as probably the number 1 team in the league. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland and Boston are, go back and forth. But right after that, I don't really think there's a team that's better than the Knicks, man. After that, so I put them. I'm pretty confident in putting them as a top 5 team in the NBA right now, which is kind of incredible. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the course of the Knicks' growth over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to touch on that.
Nah, that's good work right there. Good work. Yeah, the Knicks definitely, they're overcoming some at a time when I kind of thought, even though Brunson's having such a great season, I felt like the league was in the earlier parts of the season was kind of, how could I say, inhibiting him a little bit. Like they were getting accustomed to his game. Chevy was saying something. Let's pull up her comments real quick.
She said it was a dope ceremony. It was.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, no doubt. All right, I got to spin the block on it because I'm a big Rose fan.
And she threw tomatoes at me because she didn't. She got problems. She got problems. Most of them are mental, but she got problems. Well, now I think the biggest issue with the Knicks though, got to get a bench, bro. Like we're not, Deuce McBride was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you got these dudes is playing like I had a stat that I showed the guys earlier this season, and it was like of the starting lineups, your 5 guys, how many minutes they've played together.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks were around like 500 something. The next closest team was like 200. Like they were more than double than the next closest team. You running these dudes into the ground. Speaking of Derrick Rose, you running these dudes into the ground, and it's like, OG Anunoby gets hurt, bro. He's an injury-prone player. You know what I'm saying? Not as much, but Towns scares me, man. This dude fall down every damn time he drive to the basket. You know what I'm saying? These dudes play a lot of minutes, and.
Yeah, Towns always falling. You brought a good point. I never even thought I'm gonna call him the
every time he drives, bro. He top heavy. I don't know what it is, man. He
kind of clumsy, after a while. He's skilled. He's highly skilled. I ain't dissing him. You know what I mean? Because for a big man, he can handle that rock on the dribble drive. I got to give him his credit.
Yeah.
The dribble shoot, dribble drive. Towns is, he's skilled. He's skilled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he does land on the floor a whole lot, and it always kind of scary because you're like, every time the Knicks get rolling, something weird happened to a ball player, like an injury or something. She put leave Towns alone. All right, Chevy. You right, Queen. We got you.
Nah, but it's a long season, bro. And these are key players. The whole starting 5, you playing, dudes is all playing like close, around 40 minutes a game. Every game.
Damn.
Every game, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, Sean. They lead the league in that.
They playing pickup ball hours.
Bro, all of them. It's not just Towns. It's not just Brunson. We're talking
all
of them.
Right,
Jason Hart, you know what I'm saying? Macau, OG. And then it's like, we're not even halfway through the season.
Yeah, that's anti-business ball, right, Vic?
That's pickup ball time. Yeah. We're going to run y'all like the Rucker. Yeah. That's Rucker hours. Because, they all, like, about 4 or 5 teams in the Rucker always got 48-minute dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of 10, about 5 of them had that.
You're Sean. They're running it like came to the Rucker with only 6 players.
Yeah, for real. Or like they came to KP and they said, we're not leaving here until we get what we want. Like Midway.
Yeah.
Midway come with players lease.
I mean, once you get to the playoffs, the star is going to play the whole game. But playing 40 plus minutes for 82 games is you asking to get hurt, bro. You asking to get hurt. I think
them ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the reason why their chemistry at this point right now is so good.
Yeah,
you know, they play so much together. But bro, you gotta chill.
The rest of these guys.
These dudes.
Hey man, speaking of chemistry, man, what would the Knicks season be like without this guy right here? Talk about this chart, Ab.
So this chart is I'm gonna pull it up on my phone so I can see it better. But this chart is a layup efficiency chart. And it basically shows, who is the most efficient at layups. And as you would expect, the vast majority of players on there are big men. You know what I'm saying? But if you look way in that top right corner, you see whose face is up there at number 1 is His Hart, man.
Yep. The Knicks' very own Josh Hart, New York's own.
Yeah. Josh Hart.
That's
Which
impressive,
is
though.
because he's what, 6'5", 6'4", 6'5"-ish?
No, he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's a guard though.
He getting them points.
Getting to
He's
the
a rebounder.
Getting rebounds.
Ooh.
And you know what? It's not the most graceful player at times, whatever. But he does what's necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
To get the win.
Right.
I think I you know, I think he actually is the heart of the Knicks.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
I think he is the heart of the Knicks. Like you said, though, I think the only thing that's going to stop the Knicks from actually even winning it or challenging it, they got to do something to try to fix that strength in that bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something about that bench because I look at, like I said, if you look at the Celtics right now, outside of the Celtics, the Knicks can beat everybody else in the East. Everybody else in the East, Cleveland, you name it, everybody else, and they can beat the Celtics. But like I said, I look at that team. You got Hauser coming off the bench. You got certain guys that the Celtics have that's interchangeable parts that the Knicks can't do right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In my opinion, the Knicks got two dudes. You got Deuce, and you got Precious Achua. But I mean, Achua is really a forward masquerading as a center for Towns a lot of times. And you know, like I like Sims just as a young player, whatever. He's not ready for that level of competition, in my opinion. No playoff level stuff. And I'm not even gonna mention the rest of the guys that come off the bench. You know, Shamet is all right offensively, but he can't guard nobody. You know what I mean, at that level. So they need to address that. You know what I mean? Because Brunson can't play 48 minutes for the next 40 games, bro. That's crazy.
Nah.
It's insanity. You know?
Yeah, he would definitely get hurt because
man.
he likes to bump and grind
Yeah.
instead of doing like Luka. Okay, I'm gonna take the contact, but I'm gonna put this footwork with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised because his father was. We all know Rick Brunson was hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had that in his game too. That's why I don't understand why he don't have it.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't ask Mark Jackson about that. He said Rick Brunson was garbage.
Oh yeah, he talk a lot of garbage about him.
To his face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chevy had a comment and
What's
she
that?
mentioned it to me earlier, and I wanted to pose it to y'all. As far as the Knicks, since we're all Knicks fans, who would you like to see? I'm trying to word it how she worded it. I believe she said, "Who would you like to see traded at the end of the season, or even now? Who would you like to see traded?"
Good question.
After the season is over. Well, that's up to them. Tell you the truth.
Or I mean, I think a better question, or to like kind of up the question, is who would you like to see traded now?
Right, to get something.
Yeah, to get something.
Good question. I'm gonna take a look at the lineup real quick. Off the top of my head, I can't really call.
Like I was telling y'all last week, the only thing that I seen possible, but like I said, again, the uniqueness of it, is it gonna fit the Knicks? And I said to trade Anunoby because he's injury prone for Jimmy Butler. And the reason why I said that is because I think that type of a piece with Jimmy Butler, and if the Knicks can find some pieces to just throw on the bench that can give that support, that's the piece I think that will nullify certain things on the Celtics.
I mean,
yeah, because he'll get in their ass.
Absolutely.
I don't think the money would let you do it anyway. But if it was to do that, I kind of feel like the whole OG trade to get the whole movement to get OG and the whole movement to get Mikal literally was in attempts of going at the Celtics, because you got two of the best wing defenders in the league in those two, literally for them to match up against Brown and Tatum. I feel like OG with Mikal Bridges finally playing well. I feel like people are sleeping on OG, man, because like the offense finally is clicking with our what should be our three main guys as far as on offense, and Brunson, Cat, and finally Mikal. But OG makes up for a lot as far as like for Towns and for Brunson on defense, because I love Brunson. He's not good at defense except for drawing fouls, drawing charges.
Yeah,
bro, he's a target on defense. And Towns is a hot mess on defense. And keep it 100. You know what I mean? But if you watch like a lot, like everybody watches the ball or whatever on offense, but watch on defense. Watch OG on defense just a couple plays. I swear to God, bro, you will watch this possessions where he's switching and guarding like four guys or five guys even sometimes on ball, because Towns and Brunson are late, are switching.
I mean, you're right on that point, AV. I think Anunoby and Hart are the two best defenders right now.
Yeah.
I think they're the two best defenders, and then I would bring Mikal Bridges in as the third best defender.
Yeah.
Right now.
100%. 100%.
They need to get Afro Thunder, Allen. But they ain't letting him go.
Yeah, no, Cleveland let him go. When he was on Brooklyn, I was all about that, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what, though. I would take, if the Knicks can pull it off, I would call Brooklyn for Clarkson right now, man.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
I would take him as a backup, man. I think he'd do better than what the Knicks got at that position as a backup.
Claxton, right?
Yeah,
Claxton. Yeah. That boy's tough.
Yeah.
He will put everything on the boards. Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
Cool. What happened to Hux Porty or whatever? The young dude. Remember he had like that one game. He had 4 blocks, and everyone's like, "Oh, replace Sims." Yeah. So I don't know. It's like we gotta adjust the bench, man. 100%.
Yeah, you just need a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to be like the 95, 96 Knicks. Get them benched out. Get the whole bench just like a tour bus. And hey, man, they'll do it, boy, because it's New York. It's the mecca of basketball. After they like after the season, sometimes like when it get hotter, those boys' playoff training was going out in the streets. You understand? Playing at the Cage, playing at the Rucker, playing at Coney Island, that was what Patrick Ewing and them did.
Yeah.
So they got the most advantage anyway, that way. So they should be winning championships.
I know we got to move on, but I just want to say one thing, bro. I used to hate Campaign, bro. Like literally, like his style of play, because he's a lefty, but he's like a lefty. Like he does everything awkward almost, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about back in the day when he was Westbrook's dancing buddy on the sidelines. I just thought he was corny. But I gotta give, I had to get over my hate because he's been balling a little bit for the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give him a shout out, man. Because I ain't going front. I really despised dude on some basketball hate.
I call him AV. That's AKA Ratatouille, because he looked just like that damn rat.
Yeah, he do look like him.
Oh Lord,
he do look like him, man.
Ratatouille.
But I mean, am I wrong? Is his game like wild awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks crazy, man.
Even his handles.
Yeah.
I thought I was awkward. And I'm left-handed. But
I ain't seen a bad jump shot shooter like that since Bill Cartwright, man. He got Bill
Cartwright.
Yeah.
And Juwan Howard. Yeah. Terrible. It's like, what is that? A catapult? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So looking like we segueing into the next segment.
We got a comment.
Oh, we do? Go. All right. Think Robinson keep Anunoby. I think Robinson keep Anunoby. Okay. What y'all think about that?
I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about as far as Robinson.
She knows more about the business than we do.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Mitch. She's talking about Mitch. Mitch. Ah.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
I'm not 100% opposed to that. I love Mitchell Robinson, bro, but he's not there.
Yeah, dude, he ain't been playing. But you see, that's the problem is like who gonna take him because he's injury prone.
He's not. I mean, that's the most they say. You know, the most important ability is availability. And he's not there,
just
bro.
like a regular job.
Yeah.
Bomb.
That's why it's business ball.
Yep, exactly. Bomb.
I'm sorry, y'all. I keep saying that, but that's what it is.
Nah,
you know,
that's cool. Nah, brother, you coined the phrase, man. I ain't mad
they
at
locking
you.
out. They locking out the hood. Can't y'all see that? Jimmy Butler, all these guys, they say they have quote unquote attitudes, but they really have good points. They you know, they probably don't know how to phrase it well in front of the camera. They're really brutally honest. But look, man, just like someone sent me, and I'm gonna just leave it like this. When somebody sent me a thing about the Asians doing drills in their house and stuff, and then I was like, wow. I've written the comments. You see what's going on? The across seas kids, right? It's going to be mostly Asians. Then it's going to be the retired ball players' sons, and it's going to lock the hood out. That's what they're trying to do.
Man, Sean, that's a conspiracy theory. I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll see it soon.
Like, what you talking about, Sean? Boy, this business boy, you ain't supposed to be giving away the game plan.
Well, they can't kill me. I'm not part of the organization.
Can't you see we already got them taking 4 steps to the basket? What are you doing, Sean?
Yeah. Oh man, the new FIBA. Matter of fact, FIBA need to be more on TV over here than what's the name. Just show some of the good, the good teams. But the rest of these guys, bye, forget it. Let them show those ugly games over there, and bring the FIBA over here.
Fitness ball, boy. That's what it's about. No lies.
Sir, speaking of business.
The sponsors for a ball. Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got it now.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, for the sponsors, got to get them a shout out, a cloud shout to Total Package Energy, Redeem Vacation, and Bats Footwear. Right. Check these products out. They support us, so we support them.
Little swag.
And ball is life, so we got to support them. They support us.
That's all right. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, sir.
For the best Hoop Talk moments.
What we got here? Hoop Talk moments in the bonus.
For the best Hoop Talk moments, Rockwood in the bonus.
Aha. Ta-da.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So
y'all want me?
Yeah,
let me know when y'all want me to stop it. I'll begin it, and then let me know when y'all want me to stop it, so y'all can chop it up.
I mean, you could let it rock, man. We got the first fan results back for the voting, right? So the fans decide who's the starters, and there's a couple interesting things, you know what I'm saying, but there's a couple kind of odd things that some things that grind my gears, and personally speaking, like for the guards, for instance, the number one vote getter is LaMelo Ball.
Oh yeah,
my guy.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna make the game exciting. That's why they're voting for him. They want to see what he's gonna do. He builds that enthusiasm and excitement around his game. That's
man. LaMelo Ball's a very talented player, bro.
Yes, he is. Entertaining.
Oh yeah.
Entertaining.
Oh yeah.
5 rebounds a game too. Yeah, shit. 7 assists.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he would have more if they wouldn't miss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
I like that.
Game if they didn't miss like that.
hey,
Yeah,
the Hornets are 7-26, bro.
I understand. See,
Yeah,
They're
they gotta, you know, and it's crazy.
they're
Because
14th place, bro.
I think they at least backcourt wise, I think they finally got it right now with him and Brandon Miller. But now they got to build around them dudes.
I mean, if you watch a highlight reel, LaMelo Ball looks like a god, bro. You watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
You watch a game.
oh boy,
It's not quite the same effect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know what I mean?
It don't age well.
No, I'm saying if you shooting 8 for like 28, that's not a good game. You know what I'm saying? Scoring 30 points on 35 shots is not a good game. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
So
His
like,
defense is trash. Yeah.
I'm just saying. So like, I don't know. Does he deserve to start over
No.
Jalen Brunson?
No.
Over
Nah.
even Damian Lillard? Over these dudes in Cleveland that are killing right now? I don't know. In my opinion, that's a no. Does he deserve to be there? Yes, he does deserve to be there. But
Yeah, definitely deserve to be there.
But starting,
you know what's the sad thing, Av? You know what's the sad thing? The sad thing is, if he don't make it this way, he's not gonna make it. Based on what you're saying,
true.
because the coaches are the ones that pick the bench.
He made it before, bro. He made it before. He made it. He made it his second year.
Okay.
He made it before.
So the coaches like him. Okay. All right.
No, I mean his talent is undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
His talent, he's a gifted player. But like,
they just don't want to hear his father's mouth.
I'm just saying, come on, bro. Come on. Like, you know, even if, I'm trying to think who said it. It was Barkley who said it. There's different types of players. Like, there's dudes that score 20 points a game on garbage teams, and there's dudes that score 20 points a game on contenders. Those are two different players. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And I understand kids are voting, you know what I'm saying? And it's fans, and they see the 30 points a game, and they see the highlights, the step back threes, and the crossovers, and you know the up and
They want
unders.
to see that. Yeah. They want to get their money's worth.
Yeah, man. That kid gonna put on a show, bro. He's gonna put on a show. And if he's putting on a show, on business ball time, ball time, could you imagine the All-Star game where the 3-pointers is like a layup line? They're not playing no defense. He might drop 50 on them.
He might.
He might drop 50. He be like, look, y'all don't want to work for this? I'm gonna work for this. Or you might see Giannis covering him. Because he's gonna be the one. Because you know, Giannis is the only one that played business ball on All-Star time. The only one that played defense.
Every game. Yeah. He don't even care.
The rest of them losers. The rest of them losers, those All-Star losers, because they ain't losers in business ball time, but they're a bunch of losers when they come to the All-Star game. They don't play no defense. It's like a layup line. It's like you could hit a layup from the 3-point line. It's so bad out there with defense. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It is bad.
But I mean,
it's a 3-point contest.
That's what people was complaining about, and that's what we're gonna push. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was complaining about in the All-Star game, and this is the dude that's getting the most votes. That's kind of crazy, though.
Hey, yo, he's gonna alley you 3-pointers.
Word. Word.
Throw alley you to the 3-point line, and then
be like, yeah, I had the shooting form when I sent that alley, so I had the shooting form from 3-point range. So he caught the dunk. That's a 3-point dunk.
Yeah,
dude, what's happening out here, man? You know what?
Hey.
Dude's gonna be taking 10 steps to the bucket during the All-Star game. Who want to see that? I want to see it. My hands up.
Like
the 3-point layup is the worst.
Like Cade Cunningham, Detroit got action on making the playoffs, yo. And he's like, you know, what is he? They got him over here 6th in the All-Star voting for the guards.
Okay.
he might not make it. But I'm saying he's putting up like I don't know off my head. I'm gonna say like 24.
I saw his numbers earlier. He got good numbers, bro.
Yeah, he's getting like 9 assists.
Like 9 assists, bro. You know how I feel about pure point guards. That's pure point guard statistic right there. 9 assists. That's pure point guard.
He's a big guard too.
Yeah, he's like what 6'6", 6'5",
something like that.
6'6", 7".
Yeah.
I was peeping him out earlier. I was like, yo, this kid is good, man. I didn't know, I don't know him that well. Honestly, I was a little misplaced with him. I thought he was like a big man. And then I started peeping him a little more. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now this kid is good. He's a guard. All right.
Yeah.
Now, he's a former number one. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a number one.
Number one.
Cade is nice, bro. Cade is nice.
He is.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
man.
started peeping him out. He's dope.
Hey, man, one of the Showtime new generation players is off that early list, man. And I don't know if you have a list in front of you. Where's Ant-Man on this list?
Now, Ant-Man is in there. He got probably the most votes for shooting guard.
No.
He's
well,
not
for the guard.
Well, that's according to Sporting News, but they don't have him on the list. That's weird, right?
At the first fan returns for the guards, they got for the West. For the guards, they got SGA number 1.
Mm-hmm.
They got Luka number 2.
Wow.
Curry number 3.
Wow.
Kyrie number 4.
Wow.
And then at number 5, you got Edwards 6, Harden.
Wow.
7, Ja Morant.
What?
Wow. They're not feeling my two attitude Rudies. They're not feeling my two attitude Rudies.
8, De'Aaron Fox. 9, Devin Booker. And number 10, Norman Powell on the Clippers, who's having a great season actually. But
say what?
Yeah.
Yo, we got the show right now. He's backstage with us. We can see you. We can hear you, bro. Blast off whenever you feel necessary. We talking all-star voting, all-star lineups. What's good? What's not good? Where's the Ant-Man on this list? Peace, Heroic. What's good with you, bro?
Peace and blessings, everybody.
All right.
Peace.
Ant-Man not on the list because he taking too many 3-pointers. He's scared to go to the bucket. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. He heard it. He hurt himself. We're not seeing the same highlights that we were seeing last year. Like, you know what I mean? You got Julius Randle. It's a blessing the Knicks got rid of him because he clogging up the paint. But Ant-Man, he can't make the same moves that he was doing last year, and so it's reflected in the game. And so we can look at an all-star like him that fell off just in not even half of a season. That shows that the 3-point shot is really diminishing the game, and no one's highlighting that. So if we can see that the fans is not appreciating Anthony Edwards in his game because he's shooting more threes, and that's the same reason why nobody's watching it. Now there's a correlation of too many 3-pointers is diluting the excitement of the game.
You know what, Heroic? I gotta weigh in and say I do agree with you to a great extent. I mean, it was very hard for me to find highlight footage that was worthy of half man, half amazing, because most of the footage, like if guys ain't taking some regular looking dunks on the break or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the rest of it is mainly 3-pointers.
Yeah.
The rest of it, and outside of the 3-pointers is workman-like dunks. It's like, a dude on a break by himself. He just take a casual 2-hander, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Where's Dr. J? Where's Clyde the Glide? Where's Air Jordan? We used to get like dunk competition dunks on the fast break. Vince Carter, man, half amazing. Where's that type of player? The Ant-Man was becoming that type of player until he started hitting 10 3-pointers in a game.
I was about to say that last. This dude had 53 points and they lost.
Yeah,
they lost. You took 15 3-pointers. Like the night before when they played the Celtics. How does 2 teams combined shoot for 100 3-pointers? That makes no sense. No sense. You would never see that back in the 90s.
No.
You would get benched If you shot that many 3-pointers,
they'd have started clotheslining you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100. My personal opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, first of all, the NBA, we all know since back in the day, the NBA is a copycat league. You see somebody successful at one thing, then teams copy that team. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the Jordan era, the only difference was that the predominant team had the best ISO score. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else's tradition was to play. Everybody, you got to play through the low post. But that's whatever. But I don't have a problem with the Celtics playing how the Celtics play, because
Chevy says something after you're done.
All right, because those dudes, there's like six, 7 dudes that shooting over 40% from 3-pointer. So it makes sense for them to shoot 1 million threes. But when you got other teams trying to imitate that, it's like how other teams are trying to imitate Golden State, and you don't got Steph and you don't got Clay. You got to play to your strengths as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like the Knicks, for example, they play to their strengths, and that's why they're successful in this season. They're not trying to imitate, you know what I'm saying, the Celtics. Edwards in particular, he can't get to the bucket, bro. It's clogged up. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, he's a decent. I ain't go for it. He's a decent 3-point shooter.
No. We're not taking that away from him.
I'll put this in perspective, right? So that goes to show, because she just said that today's era is more skilled.
Chevy, she said that.
Michael Jordan was averaging over 30 when he lost against the. He was averaging over 30 and shooting 2-pointers. And these guys can't even average over 30 shooting all these threes. So how was you saying it's more skill?
More skill.
Like basketball is about getting a bucket. And when you look at the highest scoring teams, the 80, I think it's the 84 Denver Nuggets team, when they had Adrian Dantley, he didn't shoot no threes. He went straight to the cup. He got buckets. How can you say this is a more skilled league when you put out Bernard King? He wasn't getting buckets? You saying that's not skill? These guys, those old school guys, can come in this era and their game is going to explode because of the less physicality.
They probably have 100 points apiece.
Right. In this generation, if they played in the previous generation, they couldn't get a bucket. They'd be too scared to go in the paint. They'd be too soft because Charles Oakley come through with that forearm. They going to settle on jump shots and just keep getting pulled from the game. That's why I feel like it's laughable to say that it's more skilled today, just because they're shooting at a higher volume, when those guys previously, the game was slower, the game was more physical, so they wanted to run the run and gun in the 80s. In the 90s, it was like, yo, let me get into my set. Let me dump it down to Ewing. Let me dump it down to Olajuwon. Let me dump it down to David Robinson. Like this era has no post move center, and that was the easy bucket, you know. And then we look at the 2000s. We sit here and say the 2000s was Kobe era, but was it really? We forget about Tim Duncan and what he did to Kobe. How many championships he took away from him?
Yeah. 3.
You know what I'm saying? How many championships did he take away from LeBron James? And LeBron James and Kobe are both GOATs.
Yeah.
During his era, he dominated all those guys. KG. So that's what I'm saying. When we talk about skill, Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental, nobody can replicate his game because they don't have the same skill level. They don't have the same footwork. But at the same time, everybody's still going back to Hakeem Olajuwon when they need to get their footwork. Everybody trying to imitate Jordan when it comes to their mid-range jump shot. You know, and again, if we're looking at who's the GOAT, who's the most imitated, the only person that I can say that imitates LeBron James is Giannis.
Yeah.
Just stick around the basket and get easy layups, bully ball, throw your shoulder.
I would say that Harden. I would say that Luka and
that's close.
Big guard. Well. Get the ball, drive to the basket, collapse the defense, and then kick to the corner. That's LeBron. That's LeBron's development of
that's his MO.
Attacking the zone. You know what I'm saying? And I think those guys copy that. But you're right as far as like those particular skill
I
sets.
want to bring it back. I want to bring it back to Edwards real quick too.
What?
Like, it's funny because I have footage, a clip that I was going to dress up for like either next week or the week after, right? Because it's a big topic. What you just touched on, heroic. The thing is, like, when they move towns, that kind of crippled the team, versus other teams, because now these other teams don't have to worry about that stretch big man shooting at three. So now they could condense on Towns when he makes his boogie and try to get to the bucket. I've been noticing he was having a lot of trouble in the beginning of the season with these double teams and triple teams. You know what I mean? So I think it's by way of survival that he's falling back on a three-point shot now that he's discovered that he's got one. You know what I mean? But the thing is this, if he played it right, if he plays it right from this point forward, I think he could finally get closer to being that multi-dimensional offensive threat. Because now they know he could shoot. Now they're gonna really have to play up on him, and he could get by them and go to the bucket. You know what I mean? I think he has a better chance now. But if he keeps up with these three-pointers, yeah. Guess what? You can't fault him and say he's doing bad because he is shooting good. But the same token, am I gonna turn my TV on to see that? My answer is no.
No.
My answer is no. I watched him because he was a bit of a throwback to the Clyde the Glides, the Jordans, the Willie Andersons, the Ron Harpers. He was a throwback to that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was tuning in,
Well, I think a lot of the problem with that, like, 'cause they also thought DiVincenzo was going to be hitting at the rate that he was hitting with the Knicks, and he's had a bad season. You know what I'm saying? So you got Randall, you got Gobert is living in the paint. We all know that.
Yeah,
Randall wants
not a good living either. He's living on defense, but on offense, he's like Mark Eaton on offense. They need to fix him up a little bit. Jesus.
But and I think that speaks both ways too, though, because you know what I'm saying, that shows you really the real value of the three. The real value of the three is to make space so that you can get people to drive the basket. You know what I'm saying, and get those looks at the basket. And that's how Golden State back when they was winning was getting, layups for Looney and layups for Curry and these dudes, easy buckets and Draymond. You know what I mean? Because it's threat of the three. But yeah, he don't got that. And actually, before the what he had, 53, 55, before that game, he was complaining, man, I don't like getting double teamed. You know what I'm saying? I want to score.
But I want to jump in there real quick.
This generation is more skilled, but they can't handle a double team.
Yo, we gotta drop a bomb explosion on that one.
Hey, I'm gonna give him the fire. Here we go.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You need that right there. That was a bomb moment. That was a fire
Don't
moment.
double team me. Let me score. Like here.
Actually,
some nonsense like that. We didn't hear Clyde the Glide complaining. We didn't hear Ron Harper complaining. We didn't hear Jordan complaining. We didn't hear No, they weren't complaining, bro. They weren't complaining. They were getting doubled. They weren't complaining. We seen Jordan like embarrassed double teams. Well, like I went against the Knicks that time. Oh my God.
You know what Jordan did to double teams, bro? When Jordan did the double teams, he passed the damn ball to Paxson, to Craig Hodges, and to B.J. Armstrong, and to all these dudes.
Hold on. I'm gonna jump back in. As MJ, he did. As MJ.
Air Jordan.
As Air Jordan. I seen him take the ball palmed it with one hand against the Atlanta Hawks. Fake palm, fake the pass this way. One guy stumbled, and that was the end of the double team. And not to mention what he did to the Knicks that time when he did that quarter turn on them on baseline. I think he banged it on Ewing.
Oh, you talking about the remember that he used to do the wrap around the arm off the baseline?
Yeah, but he did that bounce. Heroic. When you said more skill today, I laughed at that too, because till this day, don't nobody got that move down pat. You ain't seen that move since Jordan did it.
Also, we say they're more skilled. But how are you more skilled when you don't play one half of the game? You're not more skilled in defense. That's 100% true.
Well, they legislated. Well, guess what? They legislated defense out of the game, man. So
yeah, they did it. Yeah, they did.
This is what I was saying, heroic last week. Is my thing is everything. Even like I compare the NBA with the NFL. Back in the days with the NFL, we all know what LT was with the Giants, right? And the way they hit the quarterbacks back then, you breathe on a quarterback right now, and it's like you getting 15 yards for it. So it's like the same thing with the NBA. Like any player from back then could play an average 30 or 40 right now because you can't touch nobody. You can't tap. You tap him on the knee. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Could you imagine Steph Curry playing back in the 80s? He get hit in the chest. All of a sudden, he gonna catch a heart attack. It's not happening. It's not happening.
I feel like y'all are looking at it through rose-colored glasses a little bit.
Right.
Because you're taking the best dudes, and you're comparing them. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? You're not comparing the average to the average. You feel?
They don't got no swag neither, though.
No,
y'all nerds. The nerds.
Not happening.
Listen, remember when I said that they were taking the hood out of the game?
Hey, man.
Look what they did with that lineup.
Everything is a business. Everything is a business.
We ain't going back to that. They want to open it up and have the international piece. They want it global and international. Mm-hmm. So are there things in the new game that we can appreciate about what's happening currently, and we don't sound like grumpy old man, get off my lawn? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I'm the grumpy old man, get off my grass before I cut you with my mower.
But again, when you're losing fans at the rate that they're losing fans, it isn't just older people. The young people not jacking it either. They want to sit here and put it on the older generation, but with the younger generation not watching either. It's like, oh, I'll watch the highlights, but I want to go watch this live on TV. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's sitting here saying, I'm going to skip watching Power to watch an NBA game. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? We had very selective amount of TV back in the day, and we knew when that game came on, we shut everything out. They got so many options today, and they're not choosing basketball because it's not entertaining. Plain and simple. And I'll go to what LeBron James said. LeBron James said this on his podcast with JJ Redick. I couldn't believe playing with somebody where they couldn't run the offense on the other side. They couldn't run it to the left. So you're going to say today's basketball is more skilled, but guys in today's NBA, if they said let's flip it and run this pick and roll on the left side, they can't even run it. Like most players today don't even know what a flex offense is. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what Dean Smith, North Carolina offense is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying these guys are more skilled, it doesn't make any sense. When they're changing the rules to make it more convenient and making it more loose. They changed the rules on Allen Iverson because he was crossing everybody up too much. But and now you can take 4 or 5 steps and ain't nobody called in a travel. How is it more skilled?
Get him, Luck. Get him.
That don't make no sense. We're going to stick to 2024.
Get him, Luck. Get him.
We're saying it's not a travel, and they're creating all these different rule interpretations. That's what they call it, the rule interpretations, where it's more convenient because it looked good. But that doesn't mean it's more skilled. If I have to have that's way more skilled. When I have to dribble when somebody got a hand check on me, that's more skilled. But when I can sit here and play street ball, that's why street ball could never exist in the NBA back in the day. For the simple fact that you can't put the ball way out here, you know what I'm saying, and then come back over. You couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. So to sit here and have a tight dribble, that takes skill.
Yes, sir.
To sit here and be able to stop and pop, that takes skill. This generation has proven they can't hit the mid-range shot. This generation has proven that we'll rather jack up threes than go to the paint when ain't no major big man in the paint.
Right. Hey. Not Bridges is sweet with it from the elbow.
Yeah. He'll come through and hit that fadeaway mid-range. He'll hit you with the floater. And this is what I'm saying. We don't celebrate those type of guys. We say that KD's the only one doing it.
I mean, it's KD. DeRozan is nice in the mid-range. Fox is nice.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of people. Brunson is nice in the mid-range.
This is where, to me, where it comes back to, again, like me and my brother was saying too. Like, I play AAU, and to me, nowadays is the reason why the NBA is the way it is. It's so soft because the coaches are actually teaching these kids to shoot threes, 7-footers shooting threes. It's all about the business. And that's what the bottom line is. It's about the business. It's about trying to bring fans in because I want to see my favorite 7-footer shoot 5 3-pointers in a game. Like, and that's what it's come down to. Like back then, like you said, you would never see anybody at 7 feet out by the 3-point line. Who? Name one person. And if they did, it was a desperate attempt to shoot the shot.
They couldn't shoot like that. Bro, it's simple math. It's simple math.
Patrick Ewing, if he wanted to, he could have practiced 3-point
Karl Anthony Towns shoots 45% from 3-pointers. If you take 10 2-pointers and you shoot 50%, you get 10 points. If you take 10 3-pointers and you make 4 of them, you get 12 points. It's simple math. He's not going to stop. If the counter to it is that dudes have to defend the threes. But if you're going to let me take an open 3 and I'm a good 3-point shooter, I'm going to take it because it's 3 points. It's 50% more points than your 2. So I'm always going to win.
Do you think Embiid is a good defender?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
I don't think he ever was.
He was a great post player.
I don't think he ever was.
He was a good painter. He was a good rim protector.
I don't think he ever. I don't think he ever was.
He had a post game. He was the last of the Mohicans.
He's a good defender in comparison to today's game. He's not an Alonzo Mourning. He's not a Dikembe Mutombo. He's not a David Robinson.
No.
And this is what I'm saying. Today's big men, they completely abandon the post because they're scared of physicality. They're trying to be guards.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make any sense. You're removing an aspect of the game that literally built basketball. Basketball was built on the big man.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Get him, Ab. Get him.
I'm just saying,
you know what I'm saying? Jordan is the only one that transitioned and made the game a guard game. And Kobe replicated that, but nobody else has had the impact outside of Jordan and Kobe at the guard position. You're saying
as far as scoring, because you got to give Magic as a guard. So
yeah, true.
You know
but
Isaiah Thomas is a guard too.
But they post up. Them boys are post up a center.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And this is my thing. When I speak of these guys, I'm speaking of guys that play offense and defense.
Okay.
So we're sitting here talking about the 2024 players that are all-stars. How many of those guys going to be first team on defense? Or how many of those guys going to be all defense? You got bums that don't even that can't
SGA.
SGA.
SGA is going to be first. Maybe not first team, but he's going to be up. He's going to be all defense. Maybe not first team.
But I look at the 2010s, and you got Tony Allen dominating on defense, and he couldn't score a bucket.
Right.
Because he committed to the defensive end, and nobody today is committing to the defensive end.
I think like you said earlier, AV, before Heroic came in, I think one of the players that's turning into that two-way player is Anunoby.
Yeah,
because his offense is starting to come up now.
I like that.
It's getting to that match of his defense. I think by next year, he might be one of the best two-way players in the NBA.
I think so.
I mean, offensively, he's took a backseat there because I actually saw a stat that was ill. Up to this point in the season, the Knicks are the only team ever to have five guys score over 40 points, have over 40-point games. And it was Karl Anthony Towns, we know that. Brunson, we know that. Mikal Bridges, excuse me, 4 guys. Well, 5. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby had a 40-point game. But I feel like he's taking sort of a back seat because obviously these 3 guys are more offensively skilled players, but better offensive.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all think the defensive rule changes that they're trying to institute will level the playing field for this? What do you think?
Wait. Hold on. I wanna hear. I heard you, right? What are they trying to institute? Because they've taken away so much. They took away the hand checking, amongst a few other little things. But what are they trying to institute? I'm gray on that. I don't know.
Aren't they trying to allow a little bit of hand checking?
Yeah, they're trying to allow more hand checking. They're trying to let it be more physical, and they've done it, but they're wild. They're wild and consistent. The refs are wild and consistent with it. Okay.
Because honestly, I didn't really. I've like you guys. I've seen certain games where it was a little more physical than I expected. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it must be inconsistent because then when I look at the other games, I'm not really seeing that same level of physicality in the game. You know what I mean? But I think Heroic made some points that I agree with a lot tonight. I mean, I'm not discounting the ball player's ability to shoot the ball in today's game. I'm not discounting that if I took my bench players outside of your 6-man from the NBA of the 80s versus the bench players of today, that I would think that the bench players of the 80s could keep up with the bench players of today. I don't think so. Skill-wise, I don't think so. I really don't. Bench players. I'm talking about like, if I look at the New York Knicks bench and say, can the Animal Bannister, can he play against today's players skill-wise? I didn't see no manifestation of that. Louis Orr, Ernie Grunfeld. Sorry to say. Trent Tucker. Sorry to say, no, not today's game. One-handed bandits. You know what I'm saying?
Put BJ Armstrong. Put BJ Armstrong one-on-one against
Kenny Skywalker.
So you say Craig Hodges? So you say Craig Hodges couldn't play in today's game?
Craig Hodges, he's a good shooter.
He's a good shooter, but he's built for today's game.
He's a 6-man. I said outside of the 6-man. The bench outside of I clearly stated
outside
of the 6-man. Yeah.
As he was a good shooter, and I'm a big Craig Hodges fan. I don't think that he would be as impactful because because of that era, he was really pigeonholed, you know what I'm saying, into just being that shooter. So a lot of his other stuff didn't develop. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he would have been as impactful. Him particularly. But it hurts me to say that because I'm a big Craig Hodges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and I got my criticisms of today's game. But pound for pound off the bench, outside of the 6-men, yeah, I see where the skill sets could be a little more lenient, more towards today's bench.
But I get it. Today's, we can have that conversation, but it don't matter if you're not playing.
That's true too.
Like how can we sit here and bring up the conversation when there's only 5 guys on the court?
Well, I'm saying the comparisons that you're making, you're mentioning dudes like Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, bro. We're talking about tip-top dudes, and then we're comparing them to dudes. Everybody else is kind of.
I get it.
It's a hopscotch league, man. Everybody's walking. Everybody is swag. Well, they ain't got no swag, but they trying to surf. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I look at the TV and I look at these people's feet, and I'd be like, "Damn, y'all look like y'all got Payless sneakers on." So you know they ain't got no character. You know they ain't got no character. Come on, man. Everybody's going independent. Oh, I'm going independent. You're not even fighting for a Nike contract, Adidas contract, something.
Why are you talking about random sketchers, bro? Why are you talking about random sketchers?
Again. This ain't sketchers. Those are working people stuff, man. Yo, they don't even want a Nike Monarch contract.
Yo, y'all don't like Curry's Under Armour joints?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Curry's Under Armour joints?
No. I rock with that. But I'm talking about like these guys are really like they're trying to follow Jaylen Brown. Like, yo, man, listen, he can get off with that because he has creative control. Kyrie can get on with that because they got creative control. You are not putting on no Jokic Joker sneakers.
I didn't know he had a pair. Okay.
You're not putting on Luka.
Hey, Sean, even if they light up.
LA, Kia.
On that note, hey.
No, but I want to go ahead, AV.
No, go ahead, because we're gonna close it out. But I'm gonna let you have the last word.
Yeah. No. I want to. Like, I do love today's basketball. I do love our NBA stars. It's just a simple fact of the inconsistency of playing. Like, there's no commitment to the fan, and that's why that's truly why I feel most people aren't committed to the NBA. When it's like, oh, I can take this game off, I can take that game off, even though I'm healthy. People are paying money to see you. You are the headline. That's like hosting a concert, and you the headline, and you just say for this show, I'm not going to show.
Right, brother. Yo, give him fire for that one. That's a fire statement.
That's the reason why I cut today's NBA no slack. For the simple fact that they're making 10 times as much more money than the previous generation. They're not giving homage to the previous generation, and they didn't earn it. LeBron James, $100 million contract before he played the NBA game. Michael Jordan had to score 20, had to win Rookie of the Year, had to play in so many games to get that incentive bonus to actually get the equity in Nike that he has today. So that's why I'm not going to cut any slack for today's players, because they're getting everything off of hype, and then when we're watching the product, they don't want to show up. They're half-assing it on defense. But you want me to sit here and defend that? I can't defend that, especially when you're not paying homage to the guys that built the NBA to where it is today, that helped extend the NBA contracts, that helped bring in all the new brands. That's why I'm not going to cut today's modern players any slack at all. It's for those reasons there, where you have more time. You don't have to work a job in the off season. And so why aren't you getting better? Why aren't you able to shoot a mid range? Why aren't you able to hit a free throw? If you're sitting here saying this game is more skilled, all you guys are practicing is 3-point lines and trying to, do some crazy layups. Like you're not working on the fundamentals of the game. You're not working on the footwork. Like Carmelo, I say was the last like pure phone booth score with perfect footwork. Like we can't compare anybody in today's basketball to him. No, they need to have that 2 feet buffer to be able to get off how they get off today. And that's why I can't cut them any slack. Like I said, I enjoy a lot of the amount of players. Huh?
So you wouldn't say like I'm not debating nothing or whatever. I just want to say because I feel like Brunson has some of the illest footwork.
Oh yeah. Brunson is a rare breed.
Yeah,
he's a rare breed. And look at even Brunson, with the amount of skill that he has, he's not even getting recognition from the rest of the NBA. They're not even acknowledging his greatness. They're not even acknowledging his footwork.
They want him to flop.
Right. And I ain't even want to get into it, but how many times Brunson get fouled in the paint and they don't call it? It may have something to do with the lawsuit against Toronto Raptors, but I ain't gonna go there. But how many times we got guys that are skilled that are get to the bucket guys and they're not getting their calls? I'm just saying, like I said, I love.
I told y'all.
I love all these guys. I like their style of play, but I'm not gonna give them the slide when they don't want to show up. They're gonna make every excuse. Well, I need new teammates, or hey, trade me to another team. Those back in the day, they didn't have that convenience. They didn't have that convenience to say, oh, go trade somebody so I don't have to get my skill level up in the offseason.
Well, we're running out of time, but you said some great points. But yeah, we gotta close it out.
Oh yeah,
and
this ain't gonna be the last time. I got a segment coming up addressing this stuff too. So
yeah,
we're working on it.
As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? For all those checking us out and whatnot. We want to say thanks to Av. We want to say thanks to Don. We want to say thanks to Sean for coming on and joining us. You know what I'm saying? And
heroic
as always,
great
man.
show.
Heroic.
Great show.
Heroic. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah. Join us once again next time on In the Bonus. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.
All right.